Are you trying to quit smoking? Are you finding it difficult? Hi, I'm Mark Roberts and I'm a hypnotherapist from the UK, and I'm here today to give you a few tips to try and help you to stop smoking for good. One of the very first things that you can do when stopping smoking is to try and concentrate on what you want rather than what you don't want. For example, what do you really want from your smoke-free future? Do you want to be able to run a marathon? Do you want to be able to play football on a Sunday morning? Would you like more energy when playing with your kids in the back garden? Or do you simply want to look fresher and healthier? Whatever you want, that's what you need to concentrate upon. You need to make a big, bold image of it in your mind, and you need to concentrate on it daily. That will give you more motivation and determination to stop smoking for good. The second thing you can do is to substitute for a cigarette. Although there's a minor chemical addiction to cigarette smoke, the psychological addiction is far greater. And what you've done is to create a conditioned response with having a cigarette. Let me give you an example. You have a cup of tea, you reach for a cigarette. You have a meal, you reach for a cigarette. You have sex, you reach for a cigarette. It's a psychological addiction. In fact, out of the 20 to 40 cigarettes you smoke a day, you're possibly only chemically addicted to 4 of them. So what do you need to do? You need to replace and substitute for that cigarette. Instead of reaching for a cigarette, reach for a glass of water. So you have a cup of tea, you reach for a glass of water. You have a meal, you reach for a glass of water. You have sex, you reach for a glass of water. By substituting, you're going to make it far easier to stop smoking over the next few weeks. Another thing you can do is to take a vitamin B12 capsule for the first 2 weeks. One of the things that happens in the first 2 weeks of quitting smoking is that you start to get mood changes and bad tempers. One thing vitamin B12 is very good at is calming the nerves, and by taking a vitamin B12 capsule for the first 2 weeks, you'll help yourself to ease over those bad tempers and mood swings. Also, you could try taking a concentrated vitamin C tablet as well. When you're stopping smoking for the first 2 weeks, it plays havoc with your immune system. By taking a vitamin C capsule for those first 2 weeks, you can try to combat those coughs and colds that you possibly might get. And finally, if you really do have some hefty cravings, you can try this technique. It's a technique that was created by a guy called Roger Callahan. It's called thought field therapy, or TFT for short. And although it does look rather silly, what it does do is it uses the left and the right hemispheres of the brain in order to rewire the circuitry and then to reduce your cravings. The first thing you need to do is to rate your cravings from 1 to 10. 1 being the weakest and 10 being the highest. And then while concentrating on your craving, what you need to do is to start tapping underneath the eye, just like this. And then still concentrating on your craving, you need to start tapping your collarbone, just like this. And then still concentrating on your craving, tap the side of your hand at the karate point, just like this. And once again, still thinking about that craving, tap the back of your hand between your pinky and your third finger. While you're doing that, I want you to hum the first few bars of Happy Birthday. Then count up from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hum Happy Birthday again. And then look down and to your left. And look down and to your right. And then circle your eyes in a big wide clockwise motion, starting from number 1 and going right the way round up to 12. Close your eyes and open your eyes and stop. And now rate your craving again from 1 through to 10. Has it reduced? For most people it will have done. If you need to reduce your craving even further, just try repeating the technique. All these techniques on this video will help you to stop smoking, and it will make it a lot easier for you. However, if you do want to have further help in this area, then I do have a recording on my website. It's a 45-minute recording, and it uses hypnotherapy to implant suggestions and use more of these techniques to help you to stop smoking for good. If you'd like to visit the website, you'll see the address on the screen now, and you can find other recordings to help you even further in other areas of your life. All the very best.